Good morning and win today. I'm Royal Riney and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another video. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Today's video, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick rundown of different types of amputation. I'm not sure if that's like common knowledge or what, but I wasn't, aware of the different types of amputations they are and how those amputations can affect your walking. All right, and we're not gonna focus on arms and stuff like that today. We're simply just gonna focus on your leg amputations, what I'm familiar with. All right, so you have an above knee amputation, and like it says, it's above your knee. I'm gonna insert a picture so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about, and that's abbreviated AK, above knee, and that's transfemoral as well. Then we also have below the knee amputation, and that's abbreviated BK, right? And as you can tell, there's a major difference between having your amputation above the knee or below the knee, right? Because when you have your knee, it's gonna give you more control versus having a mechanical knee, right? So your knee is always gonna perform better than any mechanical knee. So having a below the knee amputation, you would have more control over your prosthetic versus an above the knee, right? These have a lot to do with how you walk, that is your gait pattern, right? An amputee will be affected by factors such as muscle weakness, tightening, a lack of balance, and of course fear, right? So if we can go back to the leg amputations, right? So you can have a foot amputation that includes your toes, anything like that that's on your foot, right? Or an ankle disarticulation, and that is having your amputation at your ankle, right? And like all of the amputations that are in the joint, they just seem so like it would be more painful or more recovery time, but I'm not sure about that. I'm just guessing. If you have your amputation at the knee, that's called a knee disarticulation. And again, I would prefer above or below, not in the knee itself. And you can also have a hip disarticulation, and that is just having your amputation at the hip. And as you can imagine, having an amputation at your hip is going to be more challenging for such a person to walk with a prosthetic limb, because the more of your limb there is, the more control you have over the prosthetic device. So you can just imagine that someone who has a hip disarticulation would require more training, if you want to say training, more practice, more hard work in order to walk the way a below the knee person amputated below the knee will be able to walk. I don't even think it would be possible to have the same gait pattern. I think below the knee would just be would have way more control than someone with a hip disarticulation, So for myself, I'm an above the knee, an AK, and that does give me a lot of control over my prosthetic leg. But if it was below the knee, I would have like total control, right? But it is what it is. I'm happy with it and I'm not complaining. So that's it for this video, and I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment box below, and if you are an amputee, comment down below and let me know what type of amputation you have. All right, so that's it for today, and we'll catch up in the next video. See you guys next time. Bye.